Hey, what's going on? I have a lot of video topics that I actually want to cover, but sometimes I'm just doing other things, but more so, with the ideas, it's kind of like spontaneous when I really want to do them. So, if I have a bunch of ideas, but I don't usually go to them, I usually let a spontaneous one. I usually don't go back on notes, even though I write them down. So, this video is going to be about getting the blood flowing. And this is something crucial that I think everybody in existence, and that, especially that lives in modern terms, needs to incorporate in their life. Because you need to get the blood moving, you need to move around, you need to stretch. Like moving around and stretching go hand in hand. And, I'm a big promoter of actually exercise and physical health too, along with stretching, because I feel like people don't stretch enough, as people don't understand that it holds different energy levels when you stretch out things, especially in your hips, because a lot of people sit and other things. But when you're sitting, you just have a lot of tension and emotions, energies, and stored in motion in your hips and just all around your body. Some people have shoulders. Bodybuilders, if you ever look at them, they have, especially the huge ones, you know, that's like stressful on the body. Though I'm not against it and I'm not being negative against it, but it's whatever you want to do in your life. But I'm saying the body has stress points all over it. And stretching out your muscles is so beneficial for longevity, for feeling good, promoting health, and who wants to be as who wants to be as flexible as they can. Like, you want that. People don't see that. No matter what, like, being flexible is like number one thing in life. It's really good. It can be a gem. And so that's one way to get the blood moving, just moving around. And I read something today, which I don't usually say stuff like this, but I read something today that talked about it doesn't matter. The people who live the longest or had the lowest mortality rate or mortality rate, or the people who walked like over 10,000 steps a day, like 16,000 steps, I think was like the key, one of the most. And you could see on the chart everyone who walked like 2,000 steps a day, and then it decreased as the people died. So, and these people are walking more. Like, the more down here, this was 2,000, this was 16,000 steps, and it was like this. Exercise is one of the best things for you. You can do shit things to your body, not to say you meant to or deserve to or anything along those lines, but let's say you did accidentally or unknowingly, or maybe you did do it intentionally. The whole key point in here, though, is if you're moving around and get the blood flowing, you'll always move. You always feel really good too when you move the blood. It's getting the body moving. So it doesn't matter what it is. And I know some people are real sick, and there's people with chronic illnesses and that can't move and other things, disabilities. But moving is in some way is always going to be beneficial. It doesn't matter what it is. Walking is like the best exercise. That could be a whole video in itself. But what we need to look at is the matter of the fact, the message of the video. And that's just to get the blood moving, like whatever it is. Even if it's 15 minutes when you just wake up, just a walk or a dog walk, or maybe some type of workout. Definitely stretch. Like, I recommend both on the daily, even, once or twice a day, depending on how long you do them. If you got to break things up in increments, that's fine. But as I said, it's just the more you move, the better you feel, basically. I understand some things you might like to do, such as in my case, or maybe a job. But as long as you love doing it, that's fine. There's some jobs and some things that are necessary to require a seat or a stand still, and you can't move, prohibits you from moving. we're prone to, which is fine, but it's always good to get the blood moving. You're always going to feel better. Emotional release, especially walks in nature, outside, definitely outside. As long as you're getting blood moving, dancing, any sport or activity you like, hobby, even like I said, climbing a mountain, going up hills is one of the most natural and best things for you. And maybe swimming if you like that. I'm just not a big fan of swimming. But hiking, going up hills, that's phenomenal. Going up hills, I'm blessed to be around hills. I've been around hills all my time, never really seen too many flat places. Though I have. But what I'm saying is I've always been up hills. I ran up so many hills all my life. So just when I run up hills, I always go faster up a hill, usually, like just to get it done and just have that mentality. But anywho, it's just good to get the blood moving. You can boost your immune system. You can cure a lot of anything that's wrong with you. We don't have to say cure, but we can just say physical exercise. If you have a sufficient amount of exercise in your life, this is why some people who are so happy eat bullshit food, maybe smoke cigarettes, or just do some bullshit that's probably not too good to the body, but they know it, but it's fine because that's like their normal, or maybe, not their pet peeve, but not their downfall. I'm trying to think of the thing. Their vice. So, but that's fine because there's a fine balance. But I'm saying though, someone that's moving around and being happy that's the best thing. It doesn't matter what you eat. Though, that could play, maybe this person can better himself by making those choices. Not saying he has to be perfect. No one has to be perfect. It's just, you can eat trash and you could do trash things, but if you move around all the time, you'll be good. I'd almost say 100%. If you moved around sufficiently enough, move your body enough, there would be no physical problems, or you'd be a healthy person, basically. I'd at least say 90%. You got sufficient amount, you could do whatever, you could do a lot of things. And you also be moving, so you're going to be doing different things. So try maybe new things that interest you, things that you always wanted to do, because then you should do it. And but as I'm going to make in another video, I'm going to probably cut this one off. Variety is the spice of life, which we will jump into, but see a little bit of everything. Maybe pick one that's your craft and work on something, like major in something that you really like to do, but minor in some other things, a bunch of little things. Don't ever think this is it, because there's always more to go. Once you think this is it, then that's a cap, and that's like, you're screwing the lid on the bottle. You can't fit any more in. That's what you're doing. You don't want to have unlimited. You want to be like water and take up every space. You don't want to be limited on anything. You just don't want to limit yourself, as I was saying. So, yeah, that's pretty much this video. Sub to the channel. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think. Give me a like. Check out some other videos. And this is just talk, motivation, inspiration to get the blood moving, move around, whatever it is that you like to do. This is how to be a healthy person. Yeah.